From the conflict in the DRC, we shift our focus now to the civil war in Sudan, where the warring military factions hedging their contacts abroad for legitimacy has triggered a regional diplomatic face-off. And at the center of it is Kenya's President William Ruto. Sudan's military-backed government has lashed out at William Ruto's government in Kenya. This is because on Wednesday, President Ruto's government rolled the red carpet for members of Sudan's paramilitary RSF and its allies. Leading this delegation is Abdel Rahim Dagalo. He is the brother and deputy of the RSF commander Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, popularly known as Hemedti. Now in Nairobi, the RSF and its allies are set to announce a parallel government in Sudan. The RSF, that has been at war with the Sudanese Army for nearly 2 years now, would sign a founding charter on Friday for a peace and unity government in Sudan. Reports say the RSF chief, Hemedti, has also reached Nairobi for the big announcement. The Sudanese Army-led government says Kenya has violated its pledges to not allow hostile activities against Sudan to be carried out on its soil. It says Nairobi's actions have been that of hostility and betrayal. In January this year, when Sudan's foreign minister visited Nairobi, he was given an assurance by the Ruto government that Kenya had no intentions of supporting a parallel government in the war-hit nation. Now, Nairobi says it has reconsidered its position. It did not mention a parallel government, but pushed for dialogue. Regional experts say with this latest move of hosting the RSF for announcing a parallel government, William Ruto is playing a game of chance in the Sudan crisis that is fraught with risks. His current position is also against the regional one that's adopted by the African Union for dialogue between the Sudanese Army and the paramilitary RSF without outside interference. Time and again, talks of a ceasefire have failed. The warring generals have shown little interest in a long-term ceasefire. Last week, the UAE, accused of backing the RSF with arms, turned around and called for a truce at a conference with the African Union leaders and the UN chief Antonio Guterres. The UAE had pushed for a humanitarian ceasefire during the Muslim holy month of Ramadan. The ceasefire call was backed by the UN chief Antonio Guterres.
Sudan is being torn apart before our eyes and is now home to the world's largest displacement crisis and famine. As we near the holy months of Ramadan, it is time for an immediate cessation of hostilities. And the international community must come together to stop the flow of weapons and the bankrolling of bloodshed.
Even Kenya's William Ruto pushed for sustainable peace on the sidelines of the African Union summit. But the Sudan Army chief, Burhan, rejected the gestures, saying it violated the country's sovereignty. The Sudan Army chief had previously opposed Kenya's role in mediation, accusing its president, William Ruto, of bias. Kenya dismissed these claims. But then last year, President Ruto hosted RSF chief Hemedti at the State House in Nairobi. He also shares a long-time friendship with the RSF leader. At the moment, the winds of change have been in favor of the Army Chief Burhan, with his forces gaining momentum in the fight for the capital of Khartoum. He has also rejected the possibility of the formation of a rival government.
Outside solutions won't be forced on Sudanese people. I'm sending a message to the African Union and the United Nations. The Sudanese people won't accept imposing any government, and they won't accept having Hamdok or any other person. Those who want to rule Sudan should come and fight with the Sudanese people. The preference goes to those fighting now. Those who can rule Sudan and protect it, they have the priority. Those traitors of the outside forces and speak in the name of the Sudanese people, they cannot come and they won't come. They don't dare dreaming of ruling this Sudanese state.
Experts fear if the RSF forms a parallel government, it will further prolong the conflict and encourage international interference, pushing Sudan into a situation similar to that in Libya and Yemen.
Merci beaucoup. Hi. How are you?
Very well, thanks.
Thank you for being here.
Namaste, Mr. President.
Bharat Kelogon, Komeri Namaste.
How many people generally follow you in interviews?
Typically in a month, we have viewers up to 150 million. That's more than twice the population of France. And in the last 2 years, we had 3 billion viewers. So I say, Laurent, this is your chance to be famous. You're on Firstpost. One word to describe your equation with Prime Minister Modi.
Amitié.
As India and France work together, are you creating a new era of non-alignment in the technology space?
India is a training superpower. 1 million engineers a year, more than all of Europe and the US combined. So we have that partnership. We have a partnership on the environment and the economy. We also have civilian nuclear programs. And that is something we've developed far beyond the France-India relationship. So we want to work together on AI.
And then comes China with its DeepSeek, creating models at a fraction of the cost. Did that innovation take you by surprise? Did that breakthrough make you sit up and think, what did the Chinese do and how?
But what did DeepSeek do? They took everything that was already available from the last AI model and then they recalibrated it.
So are you going to ban Chinese AI in France?
So we don't have this American approach of banning tech because of where it comes from.